Hey guys, so today we have a synopsis for Supernatural Season 15, the supposed final season of the show. Via sciencefiction.com, they got the synopsis apparently from CW Upfront event, the recent one where, CW has their shows, celebrating their shows, and they had, the cast of Supernatural and all of that. So apparently we got synopsis through that. So let's look at it and talk about it. The epic journey of the Winchester brothers comes to a close as Supernatural enters its final season. Sam and Dean have battled demons, angels, and mythical creatures and monsters in a seemingly unending quest to save the world, but in the final battle of the show's 14th season, they face off against God himself, refusing to kill their surrogate Nephilim son Jack, and thus bringing about God's decision to end this reality once and for all. So again guys, synopsis for season 15 doesn't really tell us any spoilers or any really new information. It just gives us a big perspective on the show. The boys have been hunting monsters pretty much all their lives on a quest to save the world, and it tells us like a brief summary of what actually happened in the season 14. The boys refused to listen to God's will, and they didn't kill Jack. Dean specifically refused to shoot Jack. So God got pissy and just decided to kill Jack himself and end our world, start a new apocalypse, bringing back the monsters the boys killed and all of that. And he just said, welcome to the end, and that is the final season, whatever. So anyway, this synopsis, again, doesn't give us really new information. It just gives us a summary of what we got in season 14. And when I first read that synopsis, it kind of made me sad because it gives us a perspective on a whole series in its final season. The boys have been battling, angels, demons, and all kinds of mythical creatures for a while, and their quest is coming to an end in the final season. My other videos talk about this might not be the ending after all for good. They might come back in the future, so check the other videos out about that. So again, as much as I was sad reading that at first, I'm not as sad as I was when I first heard the news that the show is ending at the beginning, or when I read this at the beginning I thought, well, now as we're wrapping up the whole series and giving us a synopsis for the final season for the show ever, there's no hope of it coming back. But from the recent interviews from J2, I have other ideas now. I have more hopes that the show may come back or in a movie form in the future, because Jensen and Jared talked about having the show leave an open ending in season 15. Not gonna be a definitive ending, at least that's what they want. Nothing is set in stone yet. They haven't written the whole thing yet, but I'm pretty sure what Jensen and Jared want will take place in the series finale. At least a big input from them, because they are the show, literally. The bros, Jensen and Jared, they started the show's going on because of them, and whatever they want to do pretty much will be granted. I'm pretty sure of that, or at least their ideas will be considered very seriously. So again, I'm still very hopeful that in the future they might come back. They might come back with a movie. Again, I made videos about that. They already talked about that. The guys want to leave it open. Jensen literally said they might come back in the future after a few years, with a feature. That's what he said. So even the guys themselves are open for a return. So I'm obviously welcoming that if it ever happens in the future. So they might take a little break and come back. So yeah, so the synopsis again for season 15, really kind of emotional perspective on what happened in the past 14 years, culminating by the end of season 15, facing the ultimate villain of the series, God. How are they going to defeat God? Well, there's a lot of videos I made about that already. Look at my predictions for season 15, and I might make another video about, how is he going to deal with God in the final season, a dedicated video. But again, obviously no spoilers, didn't really expect any spoilers, and yeah, let me know what you guys think down below of the synopsis. Subscribe for more awesome Supernatural content. Till next time, as always, no chick flick moments.